Organizations around the world have been investing millions of dollars in employee engagement programs. In fact, the investment in employee engagement has never been higher. So how come the scores have never been lower? How is it that we've never put more money in institutions and surveys and tools and analysis and all this different type of stuff? Meanwhile, our scores are still staying abysmally low. How does that make any sense? You would think that if you put more money in something, you should start to see the scores go up. But the exact opposite is true. We put more money in something and the scores are staying low, and in some cases are going even lower. That's because engagement inside of most organizations has become an adrenaline shot. It's a short-term fix to a long-term problem. As I mentioned, nobody starts off day one working for your company saying, I hate it here. It doesn't happen. But something over time happens so that their satisfaction goes down, and then the organization does the famous annual employee engagement review. If you're lucky, it's once every year. I've talked to organizations that do it once every 2 years. So they do the annual employee engagement survey, and they say, oh my goodness, our score is a 62. We have to get that 62 to an 82. What do? They introduce a perk, free food on Monday. Hot yoga on Tuesday. Casual Fridays, right? We get some kind of a perk. And that gives a temporary boost in employee satisfaction. And over time, the perk wears off, and the satisfaction goes back down, and then we introduce another perk. And it goes back down, and another perk, and another perk. And this is what we do inside of our organizations. We give employees perks. But the interesting thing is that employees, we're smart. We know what the organization is doing. It starts to feel a little bit like manipulation, doesn't it? It starts to feel like the organization is just trying to extract more from us by distracting us with perks. And so because we know that this is what the organization is doing, we as employees are no more loyal to the organization. We're not willing to give any more of ourselves to the company. And the company, in turn, doesn't see the ROI that it thinks it should see from investing in these initiatives. So really what employee engagement has become is this idea of forcing employees to work in outdated workplace practices, but you give them perks to distract them from the sad reality of their lives.